Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. I just want to let you know that this is for entertainment purposes only. I do ask that we keep it cute in the comments. There is no room for hate. We are all one community. We are here to laugh, talk, and have a good time. So with that being said, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to my channel. Ring that bell for notifications, and let's get started.
Turn it up, the tea is hot, drama popping on the spot, soap operas, movies, all that hit, you know what it is. Let's chat about it. Twist, lies, and a whole lot of sass. We break it down with style and class. TV talk, girl, you can't quit. You tuned in now. Let's chat about it. Let's chat about it. Let's chat about it. Let's chat about it.
Hi everyone, and welcome to my very first faceless AI avatar video. I am so excited to be here, and I am the avatar for Kay. The difference between me and Kay gets on here every day, Monday through Friday, and give you daily recaps on CBS Daytime drama shows. However, me, on the other hand, I'll get on here whenever I feel like it or when something looks good, entertainment, or juicy. That's why you need to hit that bell notification so you can be notified anytime I drop a new video. All right, let's get started. Of course, we're going to start with Young and the Restless because it gave the most excitement this week. Sometimes it can be a bore. It can be a bore. But this week, it gave just enough for me. So, let's get started. First off, Claire. Claire gave everything I wanted her to give. And people are underestimating Claire because Claire is the niece of Jordan. When Audra and Nate walked into society, did y'all see that look on Claire's face? Look at that look. She was like, oh my God. She is about to come in here and make me boil over. And what did she do? Claire boiled over. Nate went over there and he spoke. They both gave their condolences about, her father and his brother. And she over there shooting shots and looks at Audra. And Audra is uneasy. You could tell she uneasy because, she don't want none of this. But then Nate walks over and, they go to their table. And then Nate goes and get them a drink. Lo and behold, Claire couldn't take it anymore. She jumps up. She runs over there to Nate. And, she's over there telling Nate, she said, there's something I need to tell you about Audra and your girlfriend. You don't deserve her. And she spilled the beans on what Victor's plan was to fund her company. And when Audra seen her over there, she jumped up and went over there. And as soon as she stood there, Claire said it. Claire said it. She said she was sent to Nice so she could seduce my boyfriend just so she could get funded for her company. Boy, when she said all that, I was like, yes, go Claire, give it to her. Now that Audra has been exposed for the slut that she is, Nate now knows the truth as to why she no longer has Lebrante. She told him she backed out because she didn't want to work with Victor, but yet Victor backed out from her because she did not follow instructions and did not go through the plan, and it failed terribly. Nate is so confused that he meets Devon in Chancellor Park, and he wants to talk to Devon about what was supposedly said to him. So after he talks to Devon, he can see where it could fall on Kyle, but he most definitely can see that it's more Audra. Devon tells Nate to go with his gut, which is what Nate needs to stick with, his gut. If your gut is telling you that your woman ain't no good, then by gosh, Nate, stick with it. Nate just so happens to see Audra at Crimson Lights having a work meeting with Sally. Sally dismisses herself. Nate sits down and Nate asks Audra to tell him the truth. He wants to know the truth. And of course, Audra is sitting there lying in Nate's face, gaslighting him repeatedly, making him look more foolish than he already looks. So Nate tells her, Audra, I need you to be honest with me. I'm going to ask you one more time to tell me. And she sticks with the same lie. She tells Nate that it's all Kyle. Kyle kept coming on to her, and he is doing what Kyle is wanting him to do, which is, he's coming in between them. So she's making it seem like everything is Kyle. She's messing with his head. And lo and behold, it works. The tables have turned. Now Audra is the victim. And Audra is the one that breaks it off with Nate and storms out. What the hell? You should have seen me hollering at my TV. Because I'm like, no, this is not how it's supposed to go. Nate should have just told her it was over and walked away. And now he's sitting somewhere talking to Devon again, talking about, I think I pushed her too hard. She left me. I should have just left it alone. No. Let me take a deep breath, because Audra can really take me there. I just can't stand her. All right. Those are the most exciting scenes from Y&R to me this past week. So let's move on to Bold and the Beautiful. So this will be quick. But just when I thought Brooke was the 304 on Bold and the Beautiful, she has been officially knocked off the throne as being the slut on Bold and the Beautiful. That's all I have to say. Moving on to Beyond the Gates. All right. On BTG, there are a few storylines I want to talk about that excited me. So let's start with June. That storyline, that touched my heartstrings. It had me emotional. I kind of felt sorry for June. I'm glad she was able to see her kids and how they have grown. They're in good care. I'm glad they were able to have closure. I'm also glad June has decided to get herself together. She wants to try to find a job. She wants to try and show her kids that she is not the same mother that she was when they were little. Now let's talk about Miss Dana Leslie Thomas / Mitchell. For those who do not know, we just found out that Leslie, also known as Dana, is the biological daughter for the articulate Barbara Mitchell. Leslie has come across a very large inheritance due to being related to Barbara Mitchell. So this storyline is about to get very interesting. Leslie has not let the ink dry on the check yet, and she is over here buying her membership to the country club. She done purchased the house across the street from Anita and Vernon Dupree. But baby, the part I want to talk about is when Anita Dupree put that heat to that cheek. Honey, I was cracking up. That was funny. Leslie deserved it. She was poking the bear. But Anita needed to put her back in check. So that was funny to me. And the last storyline that caught my attention for this week is Chelsea being kidnapped by Allison. Now, Madison has warned Chelsea that she was crazy. That girl is infatuated with Chelsea. And she is forever popping up everywhere. She's hurt herself. I think she did that thin line between love and hate scene. You know, when Brandy took that grapefruit, put it in that sock, and busted it against her forehead. I think she did that. And then she popped up on Chelsea and Madison when they were at the country club. You know, she was talking crazy to Madison, talking about she gonna dump you like she did me. And then she called Chelsea out her name. And, you know, Allison is just too much. So they need to get a handle on Allison. But right now, Allison has a handle on Chelsea. All right, y'all. I just wanted to do a quick recap on last week's episodes of storylines that excited me and entertained me the most. So we shall see what happens this week on Y&R, B&B, and BTG. And that will determine if I'm going to come back next week. Until then, ring that bell, and I'll talk to you later.